Hey everyone, I'm Audius Wolf, and welcome back to Shadowbringers! I won't be streaming on Friday again because I didn't end up doing the thing I was supposed to do with my friend last week, but hopefully this week he'll actually be awake so we can do what we've been trying to do for months in this game. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, Shadowbringers! Let's go look for Alisaie, because we found, in the last one we came into the first, we found Alphino, and now we have to go looking for Alisaie, so let's be off. Ready to, hold on, there we go. Ready to depart for Almarang? Alisaie will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was. Repeatedly. Of course she did. Alisaie. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Cassard, the master of a merchant caravan. There are few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch, and he will see that you reach your destination. Alright. And there should... Yep, there's... where is it? Where's the Ethernet share? I see you on the map. I can't see you on my screen. Where is it? There it is. So let's go to the Amaro launch. Here we are. I have Pop-Tarts again. Pop-Tarts! If you come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. I have this. Take me to Almarang. Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Almarang, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there. As a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. Yes, let us go. Off to the unforgiving sands. Okay. No, Midnight, you just want the Pop-Tarts. Go away.
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armarang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Almarang. Yep. Still got that to deal with. Up there. Look at that. Hold on. No matter how many times I come here, the cold never fails to catch me off guard. The sky may be bright as in the scorching hours of day, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alisaie friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop in Morsuk to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off, and I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. Midnight, don't be a butt to Charlie. He just wants to chill. Oh, now Charlie's going in his box. His box said he can't fit in, so he has to put his butt in it. My cats are weird. Armadillos. there's an ether current down here. They didn't change this one. Kindly piss off. Haha! I got it. No, stop it. Bad. Go away, come on. Anyway. Midnight, leave Charlie alone. He just wants to chill. Leave him in his box alone. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amarang, is it not? Before you cross the river said, you need to turn and feast your eyes on that. They built them big, didn't they? That's Khazar Sharl, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabath Arang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say that it was once one of Novrant's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabath Arang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying, most of them anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mortsuk. Let's press on, shall we? There you can see where the flood was stopped. That crystalline structure is literally the flood of light that was coming to destroy. I guess what's left of the first. And that's where it was halted, right there. Amazing, isn't it? Here we are, Mortsuk. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Mortsuk, not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh dear. Have you met a Mord before? They look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot than you could ever wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Yes, for those of you who have played this game before, you would recognize the Mords to be the kobolds from the first, just without the faceplates that they normally wear. Amaro, keep. Amaro, Amaro, Amaro. Thank you. Alright, before we speak to Gengen, let's get the Aetheryte. As per usual. Beautiful. Whee! Whee! Oh, there you go. So, this is a morgue?
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
I forgot this particular cutscene was voiced.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mordsook.
Woo!
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mordsook's a different story. Merchants come from realms around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals.
Alright, how do I go about doing that?
And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
Uh-huh.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense.
Oh. Okay.
A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Oh dear.
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Oh dear.
Over here!
Come and look.
You buy, you buy.
Enough of that! Calm, I say!
Help?
This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots.
No pots.
Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Eat for 3. Eat for 3. Okay. Okay. Ron. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Okay. Look at skewers. Oh, you like those chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear them with a stick, and then roast over a fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. That sounds disgusting. Ah, that's my ever-burning bounty with the best meat, with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Come and find the smell. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruit, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. And worms. Everyone's favorite, plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wiggler, you'll never want any other treat. That is disgusting. That is so gross. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose, which to choose? Let's do the mush loaf. Ah, very wise. You won't wither on the sands with a gut full of cactus fruit filling. You have the gold? And done! One Vobertite honor pays you 40 loaves of bread. Wow, that's a lot of bread. That is way too much bread for one person. I think I'll share the rest. Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for your great generosity and small appetite. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Hilariously, I do actually have a... Oh god. Ah, don't throw up, Kaharu. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns. Kaharu, do not throw up. Hilariously though, in real life I do have a very small appetite. So like half the time I'm able to eat the portion of what I'm given just fine, and then there are other days where I'm just like, no, I can't eat all of this. And anytime I like go to a restaurant or go to like a fast food court, I'm always going to be taking home food because I won't be able to finish it. Having a tiny appetite means you get leftovers. I was watching from here, Kaharu. You honored our custom and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Lord Sook. If you need anything in Almarang, we are here to provide. You have courage, my friend. Ronwan's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right. Now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Morsuk. There we go. Oh, offering your services, are you? Well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. Here, I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for, you just need to do the lifting and the carrying. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. Okay. There you go. Okay, so table cactus from Thonthon, iron ore from Tholthol, and Nabath Orang, antiques and meal to be collected from Mule. Okay. Not you. I have to collect these from the Mords. Oh. Yes, table cactus. Give me the table cactus. You came in with Kasad, yes? Good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please take your prickly purchase. We want antiquities. We want this. Hey! Stop it! Hey, no touching! That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. What? Kasard sent you? Well, why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no. Nabath Orang relics, wasn't it? All packed in the box there. Handle with care. Ugh. Okay, where is the last person I'm supposed to talk to? I think they're like kind of in the same general area? Oh, there they are. And it was iron ore. Kasar sent you, didn't he? Right, yes. What kind of ore was it again? It was iron. Iron ore, of course! That would explain this box I have here. It's all yours. Okay. Back to Kasard. Where did the music go? Okay. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Here you go. Aye, that's a lot, alright. Good work. And quick work too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you want to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you return, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman to sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Sorry? It feels like an age since I last saw you. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It's been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet with Alisaie. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alisaie has told me so much about you! You're Kaharu, aren't you? Good lord, Alisaie. I knew it! How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and have gotten to know Alisaie quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Kaharu's guide, Kasard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it wouldn't be no trouble. That'd be a great help, thank you. Well, looks like you're able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the waiting area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Almarank, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Woo! Let's go! Let's go see Alisaie! Alisaie has been desperate to see you, Kaharu, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to... Bless you, Charlie. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies to get there and meet you outside. Whoop. All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the market. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? I thought you might. Alisaie was always saying how much you, I mean, let's get going, shall we? What is Alisaie even saying? What has Alisaie been saying? I need to know now. Alright, come on. Come on. Go down. Go down. There we go. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet, hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alisaie was strong, but in her mind, she was never... now it makes sense. Ahem. We should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Okay, let's avoid the sand mole. Is there... I don't think there's an ether current up there anymore. There's not. Okay. That was weird. Hello. Really? Go away, Sentinel. Nobody cares. Shoot. Yep. Shoot. And I guess I kill the Sentinel too since it's attacking me. Stupid Sentinel. Go away. Go away. You gotta go back and talk with me. Shoot. Start and split. Go up here. I discovered a new location. Nice. Hello, Tisleen. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Alright. Come, yo, we away. Whee! Here we go. We have reached the end. Oh. Yes, let's avoid that thing over there. This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first, let's head inside, shall we? Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alisaie arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted? You don't know. I don't think I met anyone besides Alisaie who is so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alisaie give you the full explanation. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow. Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far, just head to the south side and you'll see it there. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. Okay, but first, before I forget, because I have actually forgotten to get Aetherites before, it was a pain trying to go all the way back to the place. Learn from my mistakes, guys. Always get your Aetherites. Anyway. Let's avoid these scissor jaws. Ah, ether current. That was not there before. That one is new. That one is most definitely new. Gotcha. Alisaie is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. The small footprints lead off to the northwest. The footprints continue to the northwest. Let's not get caught by the mummies, thank you. What did I just say? Go away. I have no interest in you. I have interest in the tiny footprints. The footprints curve around to the west. Ah, there's a lot of footprints. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. Wow. Look at that. Sitting here.
Get back here!
Hello.
Is that... It can't be.
Hello, Alisaie. Wow, look you go, girl. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner. how are you?
Hey, Alisaie, it's been a bit. It's been a hot minute, Alisaie.
We've fought them to a standstill, then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning.
Nope.
And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision.
Nope.
He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal.
Yeah, he does.
But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
How are we gonna do that, though, Alisaie?
That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light.
Yep.
From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects.
Yep.
But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations.
Which is also what happened with the Void, except it was, instead of it being consumed by light, it was consumed by shadow, and a rejoining never happened because the Ascians failed with, I think it was the 13th that got turned into the Void, but don't quote me on that.
Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, of society and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Teslin and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn and you clear the west. That way you can have an undilated experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slavering after your ether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out here, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting. Ba 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 ba. Let's go on a hunt on my werp bug. I got a bug. I got a bug. Okay. The lizard can't see me, I'm too far away. Haha. Wait, this thing can see me. Get over here. Come on, go down. That was the wrong button, but that's okay. Well, I might have to use that power, so you know. Yep. Really? No way. Go away. I didn't ask for you to come around and start attacking me. Ooh. I don't need this bullshit right now. Thank you. Come, Chocobo, we away! We away! To where? I don't know, but we away. Oh, nothing there. Oh, would you go away? I don't have time for you. There's something here. Yep. Nope. Aha, you missed. Come on, go down. There we go. I'm on my 8-legged horse. Oh, there's Alisaie. Hello, Alisaie, I return. How did you fare? I think I fared well enough, considering everything. I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually, these lesser sin eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the Void Scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Tesleen! Tesleen! Amaro Keep! Hold on, Tesleen, I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, I'm coming. Tesleen, I found Alisaie. Alisaie tells me you helped out her on her patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alisaie had missed your company. Everything was always, if Kaharu were here, she would... That's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Kaharu's methods. Honestly, after seeing her in action, I can understand why. The way she leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might say it. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt she deserves all the admiration she gets, just as you do. Ooh, level up. I love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alisaie? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can do to help. There's something we can help you with. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. I could do with a hand, that it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alisaie. While we do that, could you tend to a few of the patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I mean to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. The names are Ponel, Tolden, and Horik. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Hello, Ponwil. Ponil, whatever. Thank you. Talden glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. Howard remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin has hardened into something akin to plaster. Well, Charlie's being talkative. Okay, bye, Charlie. You've seen to the patients? How were they? Good. That's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I am concerned about Horik, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to that discussion then. I was going to take Kaharu to Mortsuk if you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Kasar's caravan just passed through, so Bronwyn should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Kaharu. There's something I want you to see, right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. Okay. Okay, I can just teleport there. Good. Yes, I'm doing this the lazy way. No, I don't care. Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ronron's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Gods, I've never seen a word merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Way too much. Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The worms, if you please. Only the best regulars for you. Come again, my friends. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. We'll head up past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Woo! Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Glazed Twinklers, you actually brought them! I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails. Shall we?
Look, over there, where the wall is broken.
Yeah, I see it.
Do you see what lies beyond?
Yeah.
That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Yes, I remember, Alisaie.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
And this spot? Boop.
But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Yeah. Remember when I said Shadowbringers and Endwalker start having darker themes? You can kind of, I think you can already, especially with what happened in the last episode, you can see why I keep saying that. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Shay's lecturing! Okay. And I needed you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just a threat exposed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond with their wards and would spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. And I can just teleport back. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find the nectarine? Thank you. Alisaie's explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. We may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others and we decided to keep an eye on Halleck for now. Thanks to you, though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
No.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Did she?
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
You needn't have gone to the trouble.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs.
Oh.
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it.
Tell us, Tesleen, tell us about the Warrior of Darkness.
Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Nope.
They're coming.
Tesleen! Have you seen Halrek? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Oh, Halrek's gone missing. That's not good. Alisaie, we have to go look for Halrek. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone... We'll assign search areas and split up. Any ideas where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the end. Halrek isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Please, Halrek, please be alright. I'll cover the north and west then. You take everything from here up to the south. You see no sign of Halrek. Maybe he went further west. Ooh. Pretty mounts. Ha. You scan your surroundings and search for Halrek, and suddenly find yourself under attack.
Any sign of him?
No, I have not seen him.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will. Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
Oh dear.
There it is!
Oh, I found Ulrich.
Is that... Oh no!
Ulrich!
Ulrich!
We have to run!
Tessie! No!
We all deserve happiness, wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
No, 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 no!
Forgive me, Alisaie.
That's still horrifying to watch. I'm sorry, Kaharu. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but I couldn't be the shoulder that they lean on. Not like this. It's just so unfair. Tisleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing. Me, I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing. About giving the people a chance to say their goodbyes. Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. I've spoken with the carers. Thank you. But you doing it means a lot to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized that we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow, and I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you'll forgive me for leaving you, and that you'll delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course, just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Tessie's words close to your heart. Wait, you leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But if we corrected the balance, even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now, hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I gained here to hurt them. Yeah, it's a heavy story that is brought here. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that cutscene doesn't get any easier to watch no matter how many times I've seen it. That's, oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, oh dear. Forgive me, Kaharu. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight it in my own way, with steel. From Eorzea's sword in the darkness to Norvrand's sword in the light. Gods above, it feels like an age ago now. Miss Alisaie, is there anything I can get you? Oh, she's crying! Oh. Your swift is tomorrow. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over Almarang again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help clear my head, at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe out the Sin Eaters. Shall we? Hello, Charlie. You gonna come chill again? Until Midnight decides to beat you up again. Thunk. Yes, hello, I'm over there. Hello. Hello, honey. Yes, let's go to the ocular. Thank you for seeking me out, Kaharu. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. And looking at Alphino, I'd say he's as eager to begin this discussion as I am. I say we lay our experiences before the Exarch and step back to see what kind of picture they make. And then we can decide where to go from here. I'll complete that. Let's go! Share with us your wisdom, Crystal Exarch!
And so you return. Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Yes, it is horrible. It is horrible and horrifying.
Better is not the word I would use. Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness. Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist.
Neat.
Just as an ant colony will perish in the absence of its queen, we believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
I have a feeling Yulmul might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters.
Of course they would.
Vorthra's command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Yulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience. He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Are you sure that eliminating the wardens will be enough?
Your uncertainty is understandable, given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then.
Ooh.
In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds. This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first. Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially. Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source. And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold. As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds. What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source. At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full, its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions. An earthquake thus magnified might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations. These devastating events are what we refer to as umbral calamities. 7 times has a calamity befallen the source. 7 times has a shard been absorbed.
Wind, then lightning. Then fire. Earth. Water. Or ice. I honestly don't know which one is which. I think the one was ice and then water, and that's darkness?
At present, the light-drowned realm of the First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light. Even here in the flood-spared region of Norvrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky. Thus, if we are to restore balance to the First and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
Of course.
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements. They say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
Alert the guard. We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphino and Alisaie as well.
Oh, this will be fun.
My lord.
Pray, lend us your strength. Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
Oh! Holminster Switch is in the north of Lakeland, so we had best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium at the crossroads northwest of the Alisaie Gate, and I shall lead you there myself. Why am I singing the Endwalker thing? Run, Kahara, run! Oh, heck yeah. Excuse you? Ooh, ether current, ether current, ether current, ether current. Hold on. I need to get this ether current before anything. Ether current. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay. Go away, tree. No one cares. All set. If we follow this road north, we shall arrive at the northern staging point. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. He says as he walks away casually. Sounds having fun over there. Is that another hunt? Oh, okay, that's a passive one. I can go near that one. Trader. Yay! Okay, the Amaro Trader, no, the Amaro Launch, rather, whatever. The Amaro trainer. Whatever. You. Yes, hello. I would like to unlock you. Yes, hello. Thank you. Goodbye. I must continue on my way. Whee! All the way to the north. Ether current. Hold on, I need this ether current. Give me a moment. Ether current. There we go. Away! We have arrived. Finally. Holminster Switch is past these gates and through the woods. 'Tis not exactly a neighbor to the Crystarium, but we occupy the same region. But as we occupy the same region, we have built up something of a cooperative relationship. What can we expect inside, Captain? The town is beset with a swarm unlike any we have seen in recent years. We did our best to evacuate the villagers, but as many as half remain. Judging by the number of eaters present, we have a good reason to believe that the Light Warden leads the attack. How convenient. It seems we'll have a chance to slay a warden sooner than we expected. One does not simply slay a warden. Has no one told you what happens if you defeat one of those fiends? They hold more light inside them than all of their underlings put together. It can be struck down, aye, but its essence won't dissipate like the weaker kind. Vile ether will billow outward and envelop the nearest living being, a reckless young swordsman perhaps, and turn her into a brand new warden. Well, you can leave that particular quandary to us. I must ask that the guards stand down and allow us to engage this leader of eaters alone. Concentrating on the survivors. We must save every life we can. But what if... Understood, my lord. As captain of the guard, however, I will not watch you brave such danger without an escort from our ranks. I insist that I go with you. Very well. Then our warden slaying party shall include myself, the Leveilleurs, Captain Lena, and last but not least... Shall we go? A formidable group indeed. Into Holminster we go. Once we reach the Light Warden, do not hold back. We strike to kill. Yes! Trust party! And Shadowbringers is when they first introduced the trust party, so guess what I can do now? Forgive me, Lena, but...
Very well.
I need to bring my boy. I need to bring my boy. I don't think I'm going to be synced down because I'm level 72, so I should be okay. back up. Let's have some spaghetti. Bear! Go, Exarch, go! There we go. Yep, oh no, they're turning bears. I'm actually going to bring this up because I want to see how. I'm actually curious to see how far I can push the NPCs. Alpha note. Not very far, apparently. Okay. Okay, I can't push the NPCs very far, apparently. Good to know, good to know. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Experiment failed. Nice. Experiment failed successfully, I guess. Now I can run on ahead towards these ones. Hi, I'm back. Quietly. That is amazing and horrible at the same time. I've never seen that happen before. That is something. Oh no, this is gonna be an interesting run, isn't it? Are you two okay? Thank you, Kixar.
Time to redeem myself.
You can... Alpha, don't get your sister back up. Alpha, don't get your sister back up. Oh my god.
Back in the game.
I can't believe that happened. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting run, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh goodness. Oh my god, that is amazing. Oh, yeah, there. Oh my god. Can't believe Alisaie and Alphino got downed like that. That was amazing. That was horrible and amazing at the same time. Oh my god. I feel like I'm gonna have a very interesting time with the trust party if that's how we're starting this off. Oh no! Oh no!
Leave the healing to me.
I would leave the healing to you, Alphino, but you kinda died! So I don't know if I can leave the healing to you! Oh, goodness. Oh my god. That was absolutely amazing. Ready? Go! Okay, Alisaie, Alphino, don't die this time, please. Especially you, Alphino, I kinda need you to be alive.
The time has come.
Okay, Exarch, whatever you say. Wow, we're just starting this trust system off wonderfully, aren't we? I still can't believe they both died like that. That was... goodness. Like, wow, how does that happen? Alphino, heal me. Thank you. Whoop!
Let's give them a show!
Come on. I'm never gonna get over that. I'm never gonna get over that. Oh my god. They just both went down in one shot. Run! gracious. Got ya.
Leave the healing to me.
I mean, I would Alpha no, but you kinda died earlier. And you didn't even die to a boss! You died to a mob! Whoops. Oh, never mind. It dead. Goodbye. Okay. Oh, maybe. What does that look like? Yeah. No, Delman Enclave. Whee! Come over here. There you go. Oh, shut up, Gremlin. No one cares.
On guard!
For two. Thank you. What the hell, Gremlin? No one cares. Over here. Beautiful. Come on. Darkness. Come to me! Let me stab you! Alright, are you guys attacking this one? Okay. Oh, I was slowed? Oh, okay. Are we? Oh, we're attacking the other gremlin. We're not attacking the thing that actually hits hard. We're attacking the gremlins, because of course we are. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, can we attack the thing that hits hard now, please? Thank you. Go, continuing on. Oh, goodness, that's not good. Goodness gracious. Ooh, I think that was. Come on, look at me. Missed!
underestimate me!
Whoops! Ow. Oh well. I'm sorry. Whoop. Yep, there's the next boss. No! Spread out. Good, good.
The time has come.
Athena, you might want to do some serious group heals. There you go. This. Oh, Alisaie needs friends. Athena, get out the way! Come here.
You underestimate me!
Come over here. There you go. Good job, Alisaie. You did it.
Protect me!
Come on. Oh, Alisaie needs friends again. Why is it always Alisaie? What do you have against Alisaie, Tasmin? Come on, come over here.
Time has come.
Oh, I thought my wall. Oh well. I got double protection. Double protection now. Great.
You underestimate me!
Come on.
Focus. Release.
Come on. Yay! Goodbye, Tasmin. Rest in peace. This real quick. Hello. Come over here. I'm going to bring them over here just so we're close to the mobs that will spawn. Because this last area is just basically these little monsters spawning one at a time from the cocoons. Let's get rid of you first. This is going to cause some problems for me. Hey, have salted herb. few more. Let's get this.
Thaliak, protect me!
I don't know why you guys are talking this first, but okay. Alright, which one's next? That one. Hey! Look at me! But no healing, please. Thank you. Which one are you guys attacking? This one, this one. I don't understand their targeting system at all. You know what? I just gotta roll with it. This one next. Nope, it's the big one. Okay. Big boy. Fly boy. Okay. Well, I can work with this. Now, question is, which one of these are they going to attack first? This one? I'm going to assume this one. Into the salted herb. Beautiful. One more. One more, and then we can go kill the Light Lord. Come on. Oh, I bet this was a lovely town before it got attacked by stingers. Whee! Okay. Run, run, run! We got this, don't worry! Here we are. Light Ward, Philia. Light Warden. Yes, I can see that at Crystal Exarch. Let's go! Okay, there we go. I couldn't see shit for a moment there. I don't know if I put that up in time, but I put that up. Leave the healing to me. Can't no one come near me. Ow. Alisaie. Alisaie. I got you. Get out. Run, Alisaie, run.
Handle the healing.
I couldn't see them. Oh well. They're fine. They're fine.
You underestimate me.
Alright, come on. Woo! Ah, yes. Okay. Hey guys, how you doing? Your limit break bar is almost up.
Thaliak, protect me!
No! Crystal Exarch, no! Get out! Run away!
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater!
Go, Alisaie, go! Go, Alisaie, go! This way. Bye. Oh, and there's Lena. She was there the entire time. Oh. Okay then, goodbye. I'm leaving.
It's releasing its ether! Fall back! We cannot let it touch us! Quickly, my lord, we must withdraw!
That will not be necessary, Captain.
Really?
Though I appreciate your concern. The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor. But now we have a way to contain that corruption.
Why is it always me?
The blessing of light. And the hero who wields it now stands before you. Behold! The monster's power is broken, and the world, twisted by its touch, returns to its rightful form.
Stars! We did it, look! Look at that!
Scar. It can't be.
What's happening?
It's so beautiful.
The sunless sea. The warrior of darkness has come.
We brought light back to the Crystarium. We brought night back to the Crystarium. Look at that.
Is that what I think it is?
The night sky. As it should be.
Who are you people? You killed a warden, then bathed in its ether as if it were a spring shower, and now the sky? The legends are true. My lord?
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one possessed of her blessing. For you. You have vanquished the Light Warden of Lakeland, and for the first time in a century, darkness has returned to the mantle of night. Without the ever-present light to sustain them, the Sin Eaters will have no choice but to retreat. Yet our victory is far from complete. Though darkness has fallen here, the other wardens yet bask beneath burning skies, feasting upon what little life remains.
That is true.
Even should it cost me all I have, I would see each and every one of them slain, that this world might be spared from oblivion. Not only for the first, but for the source as well. Save one, and we save the other. But, be that as it may, I concede it was wrong of me to summon you to this fight against your will. I swear, on my life, I will one day atone for that deed. But for the present, I beg you stay and see this fight to its conclusion. Cast down the wardens and restore darkness to the first.
I'll become the warrior you need. Egbert, when did you get here?
On behalf of the first, I offer you my deepest thanks.
I understand there is much at stake here, Exarch, but why do you risk yourself so readily? It must have been a dangerous drain on your ether to summon even one person across the rift.
I do it for my people, of course. To give the Crystarium the tomorrow it deserves.
That is true now, yes, but the city had yet to be built when you first called forth the Crystal Tower.
That is true.
I'm simply curious to know what prompted you to commit yourself so completely to this particular course.
There are things which we can ill afford to lose. And I sensed from the first that I had a part to play in preserving them. Forgive me. I fear the events of the day may have taken their toll. Despite appearances, I am an old man. One burdened with many difficult memories, some too painful to recall.
Well then, I'm sorry for pressing you. It's a family failing, I'm afraid.
One which has served us well more often than not. Needless to say, we will continue to fight at your side until the last Sin Eater is defeated.
Come then, my warriors of darkness. Let us gather the surviving villagers and make our way back to the Crystarium.
Look at that. Knight's come back to Lakeland. Look it! Oh, the knight went away. Okay. How quickly you have justified my faith in you. So many lives saved, and the sky itself heralds your success. A single victory in a larger struggle, perhaps, but a momentous one nonetheless. Dress parties unlocked! You can enlist NPC companions to revisit completed instances by opening, yeah. If I go to here and trust, da 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 da. Now, as for how we proceed from here. The villagers we evacuated earlier arrived safely in the Crystarium. Yay! They seem to be accepting the situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the starry sky, to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder if the Warrior of Darkness has come. 'Tis to be expected. Kaharu, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavor for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in the maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth with as this legendary warrior of darkness, I fear that, no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, although my concerns are more focused on Yomor. It may be best if you maintain a low profile until we see how Vothra responds to all of this. Yeah, that's fair. My thanks. Though we cannot freely celebrate your success, pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens, a joy you surely brought into being. Ah, and I must ask the same discussion of you, Captain. 'Tis my intention to share with our people the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden, and has since departed for parts unknown, yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage folk not to question this either. Although I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day, about all of you. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits. And to think, you'll not even need to shatter the windows to enjoy a dark and peaceful night's sleep. I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask after all you've done here today, but could I ask you to pass on a message on your way to the pendants? Please let Braggy know that we're bringing a number of injured and that any restoratives in the market need to be reserved for the infirmary. Okie doke, I can do that. We should start making our own way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. It wouldn't do to arrive too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holminster. We already went through the village top to bottom, Alisaie. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I like how I had the pop-up of you messaging me and then you came into my stream just to yell at me to check my DMs. Thank you, Toru. I knew one of those eaters and I can't rest. Not now. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while. And that means you as well, Kaharu. I shall be cross if you try to follow me. I promise to find you later, when I feel myself again. Bye! Just you and me then, shall we? Okay, let's just teleport back. That's my free sport, so I don't have to waste my money. While the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? The Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as I heard and Fred predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Braggy, I suggest you do the same. Sleep well, Kaharu. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alisaie both. Bye, Alphino. You're so proud of yourself, Toru. What have you been posting in the Discord? Tower. Look at what you found. Ah, I haven't seen those kind of screenshots in forever. We found like that program a while back and then forgot about it. I know, it's a web page. Yeah, we found like that like way back when Shadowbringers first came out. And because of the whole thing with the Light Wardens, and then completely forgot about it, like, immediately afterward. Hey, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city? I'm glad you're having fun, Toru. I see. Well, Captain Lena can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. If you're carrying messages for the guard, does that mean you were there then? At the battle at Holminster? A stalwart lass like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs. Make herself known. I'm sure Ginlord can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. Oh yes, I can finally unlock the role quest for Shadowbringers. Look at this. Whee! Okay, camera, are you done being fancy yet? Wow. So yeah, more beer for table 2, and a couple of pints of mead for table 3, while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet this evening, miss. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. Oh, that Braggy has a twisted sense of humor. To think he'd sent you to me at a time like this. The first real night in near 100 years has folks all riled up and then some. What's more, there was that eater business at Holminster Switch. They say a Light Warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the Warrior of Darkness who did the deed. I really must apologize for Gliniard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat! A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the Warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. You know how the weak eaters are drawn to strong ones, right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every day. Praise be the blessed shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again, an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads. And our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying even more than most. These are the types who have their sights on the absolute worst of the strays, a class of eaters that have been dubbed the Cardinal Virtues. The Virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by the survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they also reported to be as tough as light wardens. Not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. One of our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing the Warrior of Darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at them. That human over there with the oversized sword is Grandson. He's in it for revenge. He wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. The Mr. Lad is Lou Reek. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Zurek. Word is he seeks an expert magecraft to help with the virtue he's after. Last, we have Gia, a dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have that look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect a bounty on a Cardinal Virtue. Now there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. I have gained access to all the role quests. Yay! Which I will not be... Well, I can actually unlock all of them considering where my class levels are, but I am not going to be doing them until I have unlocked most of the areas, because you need, for all of them you need, basically all the areas up until the final one unlocked to actually complete them. Well, to complete all of them. And yeah. Anyway, we'll be doing that later, so don't worry, I'll get around to that at some point. Welcome back, miss. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar, but will you be retiring to your quarters? I will be retiring, yes. Very good. In light of the present situation, I have had illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, miss. Hello, Ardbert.
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
Been watching, have you?
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armareng. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden. Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
Yes, that is correct.
Aye. Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
So this is what the light was hiding. She's here. I must go to her.
Oh, the crystal tower is so pretty. Meanwhile, inside Imperial Magitech facility in the source.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Oh dear.
Out of my way!
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy. When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders.
Estinian's lands? That's the level 50 relic one. You gotta do the level 50 relic for Dragoon Toru. You gotta upgrade it.
Estinian, I presume. The Dragoon who plucked the Warrior of Light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Yes, it is in fact the level 50 A Realm Reborn relic weapon. Well, then you will never have a lines as cool as Estinians, and that's your own fault.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Through no choice of my own. They tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause. I swear the receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed.
So far.
And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated.
Oh, joy.
There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this Black Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill.
That sounds painful.
Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to!
Uh-oh.
I want...
Oh, oops.
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Oh, I interrupted him, but that's okay.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Huh. From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
Yep.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus, I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
Woo! Estinian! An unwelcome guest. Begging your pardons, miss, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise not to stray. I would strongly advise you not to stray far from the Crystarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of the night. Even now, the Exarch is in the ocular, deliberating a response. Alright, let's go see what the Exarch has to say. Hey, Toru. Hey, Toru. Remember when you had to do very specific fates to unlock the Crystal Tower? Because I do. And it was a pain in the ass. And I hated it. Ugh. I'm so glad they changed that.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands.
What'd you do now? Would you look at that?
Laxon Loft here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden.
Of course they do.
Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
Oh, joy.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Yep.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish.
Invisible.
Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
Oh dear.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Ooh. Veiled threats.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
Yes, he did.
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before Vorthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat.
Yep.
While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
he may have reason to delay.
That reason being?
According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner.
Oh.
A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia. It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you.
Of course he'll be. Of course he will be.
Alphino, Alisaie, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Yep. Well, we get to learn about Minfilia now, Taro. Okay, let's just take the Ethernet shard to the Cabinet of Curiosity. Cabinet. There it goes. Oh, there we are. And run up all the stairs. So many stairs. Morin, hello! I'm back. I need to learn more things. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid they're out at loan at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is, while I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me the book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, the book is not where it should be, and will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't, so, good luck! Beautiful. Ooh, Vista! Book does not appear to be here. Hold on. Vista! Thank you. Goodbye. Okay. This one? Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. Hey, I found it! I found it. Morin, I found it! Have you found the book? Yes! Teach! Teach! Teach me! Yes, this is the one! I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Without further ado then, it began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrant. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. a maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clear sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vorbert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair spun of gold and eyes of clear sapphire. She was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting the Yomoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her word, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, that selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yomor. She too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvrant on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant to the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to trading, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Yomoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Vothri's rule, Yomor had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in Yomor's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Kaharu? Outside. Thank you, Morin. Whee! As you all have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the Flood of Light. It could only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Hydaelyn's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Gaharu? Quite. I see you made up your minds. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yomoran forces at Laxenloft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yomor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we must do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. Excuse me?
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. It was not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you. My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit.
Yep.
To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmor wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. See to your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
I still want the Crystarium Salute as an emote. Square Enix, give us the Crystarium Salute as an emote! So you will be joining the guard, but however highly the Exarch thinks of you, you'll receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? Woo! Better. More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempt, certainly. Now, first things first, you will need uniforms. Go to the Crystalline Mean and report to Catelys. She will see you measured and fitted. Oh, where is... There it is. Crystalline Mean... The Amara launch seems to be the closest one. Whee! Ah, there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it you look your dashing best for your first outing. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's already fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well then, see to it. And have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy Amaro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, the elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Their safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit. Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents. One deployed from Fort Job and the other from the Ostal Imperative. You and Alphino will join the former. Gaharu, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamil at the Spag. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the Rookery. After you have collected the serum, of course. No, I can't jump down from over there. Okay, I gotta go the long way around, apparently. Okay, I see how it is. Can I jump down from over here? Can I? Yes! Beautiful. Yes, sweetie? Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for your jam, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, this is your first time, I should warn you, it's bitter as sin. Prince's Kiss, they call it, but if you ask me, it should be Crone's Kiss. Just aside, the stuff is really foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. But if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. Okay. Okay. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Excuse you, I am Anara. If I lose my horns and tail, those will grow back. My other limbs will not, though, so... Whee! Hi! Yes, what do you require of me? And I'm honored to take you to the Imperative, you say? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you'll have to go by foot. But wait, there might be another way, assuming you're willing to lend a hand. And that will do it for the time being. We found Alisaie, we killed a Light Warden. Look, we brought back the normal sky. And next... Okay. And next time, we will be off to save Minfilia! Yay! Ah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. Thank you for everyone who joined me. Thank you for those who are chatting with me. And I will see you. Thank you for everyone who watched this video afterward. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye!